If there's one thing we know how to do in the South, it is to make sweet tea. And today I'm going to show you how. It's an ongoing debate. In Oklahoma, are we in the South or are we in the Midwest? Let me know in the comments. Either way, we know how to make a good cup of sweet tea. This recipe, you're going to find it linked in the description below. And if you don't know who I am, my name's Carrie. I run the site eatingonadime.com, where we're on a mission to help families eat well on a budget. Let me tell you something. My kids are obsessed with sweet tea. So I had them test this with me. They gave me some very harsh critics, and I had to test it multiple times to get that perfect sweet tea flavor combination. Now, there's nothing worse than going to a restaurant, according to my children, and they say, "Do you have sweet tea?" And the restaurant says, "Yes." And then they bring them unsweetened tea with a packet of sugar, and they frown on that every single time. So if you have kids that love sweet tea, forget the restaurants, because today we're going to show you how to make the tastiest Southern sweet tea. First things first, you need tea. I am using Lipton. Any kind of brand will work, but you want to get the family size tea bags. Okay, they are bigger. You will notice that they will say like a quart or family size on them. So make sure you're not getting the individual ones, but make sure that's just true. I just want to make sure that, so when you're like searching at the store, you get the correct ones, because they're usually right next to each other. It can be a little confusing. All you're going to need, though, is this: water, lemon, and some sugar. In a pot, we're going to go ahead and bring 8 cups of water to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, go ahead and turn off the heat, and then we're going to add in our tea bags. So we are making a gallon of tea, so we need 4 quart size tea bags. Or you could do one of the 1 gallon tea bags if you want. But you can see the entire recipe linked in the description, where we give you different options based on what you have or what your store might have for tea. I just kind of twirl them over the pot edge, and then the heat is off, and then we're going to let this steep. I also like to take a spoon and just kind of push it down, making sure it's submerged, and you're going to let this steep. So steeping just means we're going to let the bag sit in here for 10 to 15 minutes. So they have been steeping for a while. Now, don't try to squeeze the tea bags, because you'll risk them busting open. So we're going to go ahead and remove them. I'm just going to put them in a bowl so I can take them to the trash can. And then we're going to add 2 cups of sugar. Yes, 2 cups of sugar seems like a lot, but trust me, it's amazing. Then we're going to, the secret is you want to pour it in there while that is still hot. That's what you get when you drink that tea and you can't feel the sugar. You know, like when you go to a restaurant and you have the sugar packets and you feel that graininess. It's not going to happen if you're whisking it into the warm liquid. So before we add the rest of the liquid, we've got to get this sugar nice and dissolved. Now, before you come at me with the 2 cups of sugar, guys, this isn't diet tea. This is sweet tea. And we extensively tested this recipe, and that was the secret. That was the perfect amount to give us that amazing sweet tea. Now we're going to pour it into a pitcher. I can link my pitcher, or one similar at least. I love the clear. This is the hardest part. Can I pour it without making a mess? And the answer is no. I usually do this over a sink, but ta-da! A quick wipe down and nobody knows. We're gonna add 8 cups of ice cold water. Then we need lemons. Now, lemons that are optional, but I love a good lemon with a sweet tea. So you could do slices and you could do spears. You could also just squeeze them right into the pitcher, and that's delicious as well. Some of my kids like lemon and some of them don't. I'm gonna just do some rings because I think that's pretty. I think I'm gonna cut them in half again, so that way they'll look really pretty. But it's completely optional, so you don't have to have the fresh lemons if you don't want to, but I feel like lemons just make a tea better. Then you want to chill this. So I like to put this in the refrigerator and chill for about 2 to 3 hours, but today I'm not waiting. So I packed my cup full of ice because I want to taste this right now. But if you want the full effects, go put this in the fridge and come back at dinner Look at it. It's beautiful. Let's get us some slices of lemon in there. Get out some of these seeds. Oh, she's cute. Sorry, I'm just getting out some of these seeds. This lemon has like the most seeds I've ever seen a lemon have. Isn't she beautiful? Ooh, isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Okay, sorry for the singing. You're here for the recipe. Okay, let's give it a taste. That's good. Perfect sweet tea, no grainy sugar, better than a restaurant, and so much cheaper to make at home, friends. Okay, that's how you make sweet tea that your entire family is gonna love, even the biggest sweet tea critics, because my boys, who are very weird about their sweet tea, helped me develop this recipe multiple times. So, friends, grab the full recipe linked below, make you some sweet tea, and once you've done it, head to our site. I would love it if you would leave a review. One of the best ways for you to communicate with us and for us to see that you're loving our recipes is by leaving a comment and a 5-star review. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Did you know that 90% of you guys who are watching are not subscribers? What? So go ahead and subscribe before we leave, okay? Don't forget. Did you do it? Do it now. Okay, friends, I am out of here. Thanks so much for joining me. I will see you next time for another money-saving but delicious recipe. Until then, don't forget to eat at home by eating on a dime. Bye, friends.